Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Here we go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. 2nd
and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Throwing on 2nd down. Newton, and that's caught. It's Hogan. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Now he'll escape to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
21. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He finds Taylor, complete. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Here we go.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Newton now to throw. Roberts got it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Carolina. Seth Roberts, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Garoppolo, flushed out right. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll make it 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. A get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Garoppolo now. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Third and long, it's Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So drive 1, they had the field goal. Drive 2, touchdown. And now here on drive 3, looks like they're going to have to punt.
At least they were finally able to reverse the trend, because giving up the field goal, then the touchdown, it's almost like they finally got to the offensive side of the ball and said, okay, we've got the system to shut you down.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Here we go.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on second and goal. Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And it'll be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Great.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Newton. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to go back to Moore there. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Right there, 54. 20. 54 miles.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
To throw, it's Garoppolo, escaping the pressure right. Throwing deep here for Coleman, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
20. Hey, alert.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Garoppolo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vernon Butler just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train? Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Check. Watch the before. Let's run. Great. Right there. 54, right there. Right here.
3rd and 2. Newton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Newton. And now he'll tuck it and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Garoppolo now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
20.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
20.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
65. Check 24.
Garoppolo now. That's complete to a speedy wide-out Goodwin. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. Room here to run. And now off to the races. Down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. Where the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
He finds an opening past the 40. He finds Roberts, complete. A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards.
That was a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Newton. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. To throw is Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. 2nd and 10, Newton again. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Check 15, check 15.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Newton flushed. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory. Yeah,
this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up. Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss drops them back.